Hello, friends, Randomizer fans, and I don't know, random people on Twitch. You can be any of the above or all of the above. But I hope you're having a wonderful evening because we have a wonderful randomizer race ahead here with RedBirdGrad taking on Dr. J PhD and a wonderful co-com of Jess. How are you tonight?
Good evening, Trenton. I am doing wonderful. And like you said, we have a great race coming up. This is a week 2 matchup of two 1-0 winners from week 1. Redbird faced Adirondack Rick and won that match. And Dr. J faced Diabetes II and won that match. So one of these folks will move to 2-0 and one will move to 1-1 at the end of this.
I tell you, the 1-1 is gonna be something legendary because there were so many good winners and there were so many people who are going to get a good redemption win. That is going to be one of the most stacked weeks we see. We start on one of the Armo screens, but it is not our item.
Only 37 rupees.
That's not bad for medium.
Better than nothing.
A little surprised they didn't go for the South Armos item, but okay, coming up for this one. Good check. More money. 17 is a very good small secret.
Yeah, true. Let's hope we don't get trolled with a very small, large secret after having two decent other secrets. Ooh, 12 rupee bombs. That's not bad at all.
Really good location for a bomb shop, even if they're expensive, and to 12 they are not. But really good location in that you can go back to there from start.
I am a little surprised that Dr. J didn't pick up a bomb pack there, since there are a couple of bomb walls on the path that he's heading.
It could be anything. He's really close to candle money, which is exactly what he's gonna do.
Well, there we go. A very cheap candle at 45 rupees. And with that, he gets the first bomb. Great play.
I don't hate the play at all. It obviously works out that you can, Oh, hey, the other almost spot was the wood sword. So Redbird's
I was gonna say.
pretty early. Dr. J would probably have it before long.
Yeah, and you were the one that called it. You said, why aren't they heading to that Armos first? you somehow knew where the right path to go was.
Well, I was thinking Armos item at the time, but sure, same concept.
Dr. J will find his sword very soon after this burn bush, which is level 5.
Well, good to find levels early. That may not quite be the first one that comes to mind for early. But with a sword, you'll probably head back for it, honestly, because why not? See what you can do.
Yeah, you never know if it might be a couple rooms in, some easy combat, and maybe pop into a staircase for a cool item.
Also, the advantage of purchasing that candle is you've got an extra heart, basically, because now you won't have to choose a candle out of the choose-any's.
Yeah, that's quite true, and you never know, wherever we find mags, if it's in a good location, we might have a mags check later in the seed.
And also the extra benefit of faster white sword item, potentially. Now Redbird's got the money for that candle, and both our runners have purchased one.
And we are going to get a level 5 initial dig. Dogger from Dr. J. Except it wasn't a dig dogger. It was a Dodongo. But I could not make that joke.
I thought he might try to Kananaki that, but I suppose getting the bombs is more important. There's Wizrobes in the dungeon. Dig doggers. Dig doglets.
Dig doglets. There was some discussion of that earlier I saw today. So Dr. J's gotta be careful. He has a half a heart left.
Good to get out of the room in that circumstance because then the rest of them won't respawn. So now even if you take a death, you just have the one to deal with.
Did you see the room above that, though? If there's not a transport staircase in this bottom portion, that is a very large room of blue whizzies.
Yeah, I think it's worth it to check what's to the left before writing us off completely, because this is why he only has the one wizard to deal with. Who would want to deal with this?
And very nice. Redbird does the Kananaki into the Triforce room. Quite nice.
Well, you're not gonna want to leave an item behind this early if you don't have to. Hey chat, the old man appreciates you. How about that? There is also, of course, the chance of finding that floor drop heart, because Heart Shuffle is off under these flags. What is going on today?
Again, you keep just predicting things, Trenton.
I'm not even trying to. I'm just saying they could be. Alright, so that room's trash. It's probably the Triforce then. Well, no, it's not.
Here's a question. Do a prediction. Let's see if it comes true. What level will the runners find next?
Oh, well, we got Redbird in here, so probably 7.
True.
So we ended up with the knowledge that the Armos spot is either going to be that Blue Ring location or Death Mountain. But our runners, currently we have Dr. J heading east instead of west. And quick peek at the items. I think that was the recorder.
I thought that was the wand. Chat, what was that? Can you guys tell?
Chat says
okay.
Wand. I'll believe that.
I'm a recorder fan. I figured if I didn't see recorder, it probably wasn't. And yep, it looks like that
worth
big,
fighting.
Yep, that blue Wizroad room in 5 with that shutter door will be required.
Redbird already having found the Triforce knows that last one could not be the Triforce. He's just looking for a staircase. Level 2 and 4. Well, combined they add up to 6, which is only 1 off 7.
I was gonna say, you are doubly wrong in the prediction that time.
2 would usually be a great one to find early, but Dr. J trying to see if he can open up a wall for free.
And that's a nope.
I don't think that would work because that move would have opened up the north wall, if I understand that right.
Uh-oh.
That was segmented 2!
Staircase in 2! That's awesome!
Redbird's got his second Triforce pickup, by the way.
And that was easy. Dr. J just picked up the magical key in the corner of that diamond staircase room. Keys are no longer a problem.
Very good pickup out too. There's the compass telling him it's pretty far away, which means it's probably on the other end of the segment.
Yep, I would definitely agree with that. We're gonna get a screen scroll into Vanilla 5. Let's see what's over here. Nothing.
What is this to?
Yeah, that's quite interesting that it's so far on the bottom now. What the heck?
Is this a triple segmented 2?
That would be really cool if it was, because this right here could be a staircase. I would love that. Okay, let's see it. Triple segment!
Oh boy. You're in for a night when you get a triple segmented 2. And that wasn't even a prediction or a guess. It was a logical conclusion based on how spread out the rooms were, and the dungeon size just wouldn't have made sense otherwise. Redbird is in 7, a place he never wants to be. And despite starting on an Armos screen, we still don't know what the Armos item is. Just saying.
All I know is I am hoping for a very trolly level 7. Just because.
Good
And
time
give it
for
to
some
Dogger.
bombs. And you're definitely gonna hop into. Well, no, we've already got the. We've already got the item. Did he get the heart?
Yeah. I don't think do we see the heart, chat? I can't remember if Jay had 5 or 6 coming into this level.
Now, Redbird noped out of that block room, which was a pretty good play because that last room couldn't be anything because it couldn't be logically required.
And we have reports that
Key.
Dr. J did pick up that level 2 heart. He has 7 now, so we are
we
guaranteed.
find the ghost heart in 7.
Ah, that's amazing! What a troll! Oh,
That is
goodness.
why you never 7.
Exactly. But speaking of 7 hearts on Dr. J's side, which means when we find the white sword item, we will be picking it up. In all likelihood, depending on what it is.
That is a very welcome compass and not very far away. But will we be item blocked?
Okay, there's what's in the room. What's blocking it? Come on, something bad. Ah.
Two-headed Gliok, that's about as easy as you're gonna do. This is a great room for fighting one in because you got plenty of room to work around.
Does the seed not know who's playing this run? Like, why did it have such a nice level 7?
Death Mountain Dr. J has found level 6. We're racking up the level finds pretty quick.
Yeah, that's true.
I forgot to write down a couple of them that we found, but we're missing 1, 8, and 6, I believe. Or no, we just found 6. Never mind.
We see 3.
1, 3, and 8?
Yeah, I think that sounds right. And just to make sure in chat, for those that are unaware, Redbird does run with a red sprite, so no, he does not currently have the red ring.
Good point. Now we know there will be an overworld block of some form or fashion, so either the raft, recorder, or power bracelet's going to be required in some form or fashion, as we find level 3 and find out that will not be blocked.
We're down to 1 or 8.
Both the double item dungeons.
Oh, true. We also did not find 9.
Okay, all 3 of the double item dungeons.
I always hope for that recorder block.
Little less likely with the first quest overworld, of course, but
Yep, 1 to
it could
7
be
chance.
white sword item as well.
That is true.
So we have found a bunch of the dungeons quickly.
Dr. J trying to fight these blue dark nuts in this, whatever room you kind of call this. I don't even know. But it's not a fun room to fight them in.
Trying to keep track of these dungeons on my map. I forgot to do that as we were going. Staircase. Redbird finds the information that this will be a segmented 2.
And his key.
And that's just such a fantastic find early. I mean, you're basically never going to turn away the magic key unless you were, like, going from Ganon to Zelda and knew that you couldn't possibly need keys because you've already got, like, 8.
Yep.
That's about the only circumstance you're going to turn down the magic key.
Agree. Redbird will find out he needs to go into the segment, and then he'll find a third segment. Still super funny.
Horizontal shoot room for Dr. J. He doesn't check the other wall because he only has the one bomb left. None of the enemy set seems to be too bad on the HP front so far.
The old man says, great power is said to line the book. Quite true for this flag set, where the book is Atlas. Pick it up and you get every map in the game.
It's a segmented 3!
Yes, I love it!
And you're not going back that way. Oh, these levels already.
For this. Come on, free segment 3. Come
segmented
on.
2. Who knows what we're going to get out of level 1.
What is the most amount of segments you've seen in a map, Trenton?
Oh, we've seen 5 segment 9. Multiple times.
Nice. Dr. J went back to start. Gonna try another path.
He was blocked because of that dig dagger. He can't go back, so had to go this way.
Gotta love it.
Triforce there don't need to fight that room. And where, oh where, is this item in 3? As Redbird already has 4 pieces of Triforce 16 minutes in. That's just ridiculous.
Gosh, you're right. That is crazy. And we're just racking up. We're already up to 9 hearts on Redbird's side and 8 hearts on Dr. J's side. What is going on?
Pointless compass in this 3. So 3 is the longest of the short dungeons, but it's not usually that long. We are looking for a staircase for this item in 3. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you're having a good whatever day of the week this is. I've lost track. As Dr. J has a Triforce out of level 3. His second. And do we have ourselves an Armos item? We do! It's the Wood Boomerang! The Wood Boomerang, our Armos item over on the Death Mountain location.
Gotta love it.
Not a terrible pickup, but not the most useful thing either. Where is our progress? Still a little bit missing. One of these levels will be blocked by an overworld progress item, or the white sword will be.
I hope for a level, because it's most fun. Unless it's, a dig for maybe a silver arrow under one of the spots. Maybe, the vanilla 4 raft spot. That's always fun, too.
Of course, it could always be level 9, too.
That is true.
Together, and then all of a sudden, we need one more thing. Redbird living dangerously with that half a heart.
Gotta love the beep strats. There's level 9. Oh, we're down to 1-8 or the white sword item now. Chat, place your bets. What do you think is going to be the block?
And a veteran move by Redbird to do the up A and get the health refill, so now he's not on half a heart anymore. That's what I'm trying to say.
And we saw a 68 rupee wooden arrow. Could be important depending if we find the bow and if there is a required Goma block somewhere.
Redbird goes ahead and grabs the ladder. I do love to grab that whenever possible, though I'll usually only cash it in for 9.
Still quite a bit of overworld to search through.
Yeah, we didn't do too much of it because we kept finding the levels early.
Yeah.
Again, 16 minutes into this seed, Redbird had 4 pieces of Triforce.
Yeah, this has been a very kind seed so far. We'll see what is yet to happen, but there has been some nasty ones this tournament.
No, that's just forgetting the Triforces. We don't have all the items out of these levels.
True, we do have very few items.
But we know level 7 is not going to beat Redbird today.
Very true. Oh, there's that segment in level 3.
And they think this is their item. And it is the raft!
Ooh! Opens up 2 more spots for our potential overworld block.
And that looms pretty big right now.
Also, raft in 3? Is this even randomized?
So with the knowledge that we have, and one of the items has to unlock things, finding the raft makes it look very likely that that is. And 80 for the large, if I read that right.
And not the greatest. Oh, 80, not 84, but close. But all in all, yuck.
Yep, Laws would not approve. Chat probably approves, though.
So with a little lower cash, what do you think our runners might purchase tonight?
Well, you're not going to have to worry about keys, which is always a good thing. Dr. J is close enough he can consider a blue ring purchase. You'd still have to find something else. We found level 1, so that means level 8 has to be our... Well, either level 8 or the white sword item have to be blocked now.
And let's see, is this staircase or is this an item staircase? We could have a segmented one.
Staircase for 1, but okay, that works. It is the red ring.
Well, red goes red. Great find, although combat hasn't been too difficult yet this seed.
Well, we didn't deal too much with the whiz ropes yet. We've definitely seen them, but the runners basically noped out of it early.
Yeah, we could have a really bad enemy set for level 9. Well, once again, you speak it into existence, Trenton. There are some whizzies.
Getting in our way, but only slightly. Now, finding the staircase item means Redbird is looking for a floor drop item. So well as that Triforce, obviously. And of course there will also be a heart on the floor.
Dr. J gonna use some of that money to pick up another 4-pack of bombs. Where will he head next?
Who's disappointed that that block didn't push? Because if it had, that would have meant a segmented one.
I know. That'd be amazing. Imagine a segmented 1, 2, and 3.
So Redbird found the heart, not the item yet, out of the floor on this one. We have our staircase item. We have a Triforce and heart container out of this one.
Yes, that's true. I don't know if that was frustration or just wanting to try to build up a count.
Could be a little A, little B.
And Dr. J goes back into level 4.
Ladder!
Wow. Game! Why are you so nice tonight? Come on. A gel room guarding the ladder in level 1. Come on.
But that, importantly, is not the overworld block.
That is true.
Because it can't even be the coast item, which is the wand, which is still going to be a nice pickup if you're Redbird. But it is not progress for the sake of finding level 8 or white sword item.
26 minutes in, we have 5 Triforces on Redbird's side. Oh, and all hail Lord Banana on Dr. J's side.
Now, we could be ladder blocked from an item that is our progress, in which case the ladder would of course still be required.
That is true. Very rare you see a ladderless steed in these.
Of course, most important of all, you're not leaving the item behind in one when you still need the item.
No, no way.
Chat asks if Redbird is ahead as it looks. Well, here's the thing. We're missing level 8, and Dr. J has the raft that Redbird does not. So that could actually be required. And how long does it take Redbird to get in through level 3 and find the item?
Yep, that is true. Right now, RBG does not have any of the items that would be necessary for the overworld block. So on his side, he has to find either that raft in 3, the recorder, or the power bracelet.
And if we have any mods handy who want to do a prediction in chat, what do we find first, level 8 or white sword item?
Ooh, good one.
So one way or another, we're finding one of those first.
Dr. J taking care of these orange dark nuts.
Nice combat upgrade when you can get the wand. Of course, the unlimited range and stab stuff for white sword damage isn't bad either. Redbird back into 5. We do not have an item out of this 5 yet. We do have no more key blocks. We do have Tatango's being rude. Redbird lost 4 bombs trying to chase a refill there. Dr. J in level 4. Redbird got the Triforce out of here. We do not have an item out of here yet. But when we had that early exploration, we did not have the magic key yet.
Gosh, these blue Wizzies are just not behaving. And there's so many of them.
They're the one enemy that you're not using the wand against. Well, not the wand, but the main one. That pattern works out great. Redbird recognized what he was up against, and so with them stuck in a pattern, he was able to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and that red ring definitely helps when you're facing these Wizzies.
Oh, he already would have been dead from that damage without the red ring. Easily.
And more orange dark nuts on Dr. J's side. I'd like to see the map for this level.
These maps have been a thing. The segments have been impressive in these early goings.
There's a question in chat about bomb prices, and yes, bombs are 12.
I only think we've seen them in the one shop, though.
Ooh, and I think right there, the room that Redbird just passed through means ladder is required for 5 to get past after that blue Wizzy room. Oh no.
Yup.
There's more of them.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good chance to be the item room as well. But I would not blame him for looking elsewhere first. Bombs are good.
Oh no, and Dr. J takes the death on level 4.
Now, Redbird was nowhere near a count to force the bombs. He just tried to use them to get some advantage and some damage in here.
Oh, and he's on a half a heart.
He has to be very careful about where he stands. He's just trying to be out of the line of sight.
Oh no! Takes a Wizrobe beam to the face.
First look at the raft location for Dr. J.
Will it be? No, it's just a take any.
Take any. Chat, still feel free to predict. Are we going to see level 8 or the white sword item first? Easy bombs. Redbird gonna reload.
Make my prediction. I'll say level 8.
Well, then I'll go white sword to be contrarian. We'll see jokes in chat regarding cat videos first. Why would we not have cat jokes in chat? I mean, that's just always.
I just read it for the articles. Interesting note there.
So that would have been one of the sword hints. We have community hints on tonight, so you don't get something like the old man has a sword by the waterfall kind of thing.
Yep, definitely fun to see the community hints for us. Not as fun for our runners.
Redbird into level 3. Now this is where Dr. J got the raft, which was the one advantage he had on Redbird so far. And notably, we've already seen one of those 2 raft locations be a bust. Dr. J going to the other one right now.
I just really hope it's not the raft, because then it could still be the recorder. Anything to make us dig into more levels is fun. Dr. J picks up the letter. May or may not be of use if we need some potions in the future.
We do have the money for it, too, although he does not have a ring.
True, but I think once he finds one, it'll be a pretty fast find for that red ring item.
We've found a lot of the things that could be in 9. I think we're down to Magic Boomerang Book in 9. Because there's nothing else that can be there.
Silvers. Don't forget silvers.
Okay. 2 and 3.
And red candle.
One of those 2 will be in 9.
Well, and red candle as well.
Never mind.
So, 50-50 shot. There we go.
This is why you don't do math live on Twitch. Always.
And nothing with our raft. That is not our overworld block.
Well, then the next thing that that'll do for Dr. J is Redbird's gonna have to check them at some point.
That is true. That is true. Finds many roads.
Now, a reminder, we have found all the levels except for 8.
And we're all also still on the hunt for that white sword item.
And to answer a question in chat, yes, there is an overworld block, which we have ruled out the raft for, which leaves recorder and power bracelet.
And currently, neither runner has either one of those items, so we still gotta find those.
As Dr. JC's level 9 for the first time. Good to know where it is. You'll need it eventually.
I really like that palette in level 9. Nice kind of like minty teal cyan color.
Dr. J picks up the wood arrows. It's not terrible when you have the money sitting around, but I'll stand by my position that I won't buy them until after I have the bow.
Yeah, it's just always fun to see. You never know, you could find a bow by a Goma that's required, and if you don't have the arrows, then it's a little sad, but you're kind of hedging your bets, I think, by buying. RPG just scouring this level 3, trying to figure out where the heck is the staircase.
Chat can barely hear me. I'll try to do better, thank you. So this has been a great utility seed. We found the red ring pretty early. We found the magic key very early. A lot of utility that lets the runners go fast, but we're still missing our overworld block progress.
Yeah, and there was a good point in chat too that we do have those extra bosses turned on, so that's why we are seeing many more Dongos, Digdoggers, Gomas, Gleeoks, and even Rupee bosses. Those are always fun in this extra bosses set.
No, by the way, Redbird is up to a 50% chance for magical sword now.
Oh gosh, yes. We found so many hearts already. I don't believe we've seen Mags yet, though, so we still gotta find that.
No, still plenty of locations it could be.
Yeah, we have yet to dig out the Death Mountain area, so there could always be something hidden behind a bomb wall up there.
Yeah, map is always a very welcome thing in this 3. He's gonna find his raft. It's been a while since we made a new discovery on an item, last one being that ladder out of 1.
Yep, we're still missing items out of, let's see, 4, 5, 6, and then of course 8, which we haven't found.
And 9.
Of course 9, yes.
Now the bait block, that could happen at any time. So, picking that up makes a good bit of sense. Was the raft blocking anything? Choose any, I believe. The eastern one, choose any.
Nothing important, though. Dr. J finds one.
1, which is going to be a very welcome sight for him once he picks up that red ring. And the ladder won't be bad either.
Yeah, level 1 was pretty easy.
Chat discussing about Redbird picking up hearts. Well, they're on the way. You're not going to turn them down. They were just all that convenient. Like, here, you can't come in here. You're going to turn around and not get the heart? Why?
Yeah, now we're up. Oh gosh, another heart for RBG. We're that much closer to potential mags grab. And we have not yet seen mags. We still gotta find it.
It's still looking pretty likely that maybe that's behind a power bracelet spot.
That is true.
Locations.
Yeah, I think it's power bracelet spots, the Recorder Lake, and Death Mountain area. Is that the majority of what we have left?
We've been up on Death Mountain at least a little. I won't say we full cleared it. I don't think we got to the southern portion of it. But in and around the Carlos spot, Dr. J did a lot of work earlier.
True. Yeah, and Dr. J grabbed his Triforce out of 1, but we'll go back and dig, which is the right move, because we know that the ladder is in here.
And he is looking for a floor drop item, so he's fighting Patra. But on full health with a red ring, that's not that bad. There it is. White sword item is the power bracelet. It was bomb blocked. This is pretty big because Dr. J was in this area earlier and I assume was out of bombs, so didn't get it.
This opens up 4 more spots for us to check for where level 8 might be.
Redbird into level 6.
Still selfishly hoping that all those power bracelet spots are nothing, so we have to dig for a recorder. Just to make it a little trolly, since it's been so nice so far.
This is a pretty biased east map. This is the
that is true.
Found.
Dr. J grabs that ladder.
One of the power bracelet spots was a vanilla any road. Okay, so we have 3 power bracelet locations, 1 recorder location. We now know the white sword item was the power bracelet. So between 4 locations, we've got level 8.
And we'd like to welcome in... Sorry, go ahead, Trenton, you can do it.
You go ahead. Have fun.
Well, we are both going to say it. Welcome in SpeedGaming 3 with the raid. Welcome to the RedBirdGrad Dr. J PhD Swiss Week 2 matchup. 40-some minutes in and pretty good race so far. RBG definitely has a bit of a lead. We're on the hunt for level 8.
And on the hunt for whatever would let us find it, although we do have the power bracelet now. So between that or the recorder... We also need the bow and the silver arrows to be able to actually complete the game. We're just talking about how to find all the levels right now, but to actually win, we're going to need bow and silvers.
Yeah, there's a question in chat about why was Dr. J still in level 1, because he had gotten both items in the Triforce, so maybe he was just hunting for that floor heart.
We are pretty high on the heart count, and you have to be thinking there's a chance. So you're gonna have to make a strategic calculation, like if you only have 3 rooms in level 1 to clear for the heart container, it'd be almost silly to leave. Goma doing a terrible job guarding that fiber. Triforce out of 5 for Dr. J. Moving a little closer in that count now in the second 20 minutes of this run.
Yeah, catching up a bit. Question is, will RBG dig for the item?
Could be a recorder blocked item.
It could be.
Or, yeah, okay. Just couldn't be the recorder.
Yeah.
Had to stop and think about the logic.
Maybe power bracelet blocked 8. 8 has the recorder. That room that we just saw has the bow.
To answer a question for Krim in chat, although not quite a question, Redbird has the item out of 7 because it was before the Triforce. It was a very quick 7 for us tonight.
Another dig dogger. Oh my goodness.
Gotta have heart.
So many hearts. Ooh, looking for.
Why would you not pick that up? Well, you had the wand, so I guess he really didn't want the fire. I don't think that's a good enough reason to pass up the Atlas, though.
Yeah, you gotta balance fire versus having the map for 9 and 8.
Yeah, so
interesting.
Two biggest dungeons, you could walk in with the map. That's pretty compelling to me. Chat saying maybe happens in bow in 6.
Very nice. So we're halfway to what we need to beat Ganon.
And I would probably be willing to take that gamble out of 8 and look for the 2 items there instead of going back to any old ones.
Yep, so we're down to the silvers, the white sword, the red candle, and the magical boomerang that could be in our level 9.
Yeah, so get both of 8's items and then decide if it's worth it to go back to 5. And chat is correct. Redbird will have a 100% chance at Magic Sword if he's able to find it.
Yeah, that would be quite nice to find, especially with not knowing the enemy set for level 9.
It's a logical place to come. It's the nearest power bracelet spot. And that is money. May as well grab it. That's what Redbird decides after all. And Dr. J has found his white sword item, power bracelet. That's going to move this a little closer, actually, because that could have lingered for a while and been trouble.
Yep. I think it's going to come down to, is it the power bracelet? Is it the recorder?
And Redbird is beelining for the power bracelet spots. I like that play. You know one of them has to be 8, and the other one might be your magic sword.
I mean, not necessarily. We still could have the recorder be the... Nope, never mind. Dang it! And we find level 8.
And we find bombs. I may not have picked them up that early, honestly, with them being one room off start.
And Dr. J found 7. Find this a relatively easy level, as long as we can get the right path.
Staircase in 8, which is gonna be the white sword item. So
Not bad.
there is that. Combat power has increased.
So now we're a 2 and 3 chance to have silvers in 9. So at this point, Trenton, do you take the gamble and just get Triforce and go? Or do you dig 8 for the second item?
I'm digging 8 for the second item. This is not the worst enemy set. And I hate to leave behind something I know that can beat me. And there you go, there's the reporter. So now we're Triforce and go.
What is this seed? How is it being so kind?
I don't know. So the magic sword is either nearby power bracelet spot or under that reporter, if I'm not terribly mistaken. I get it. I know you just got the white sword, but if you've got 100% chance, only 2 screens to check.
Well, I guess let's see. Coming out of 8, if we go towards the west, we'd only have to divert a screen or 2 to go down to that push block by start.
Dr. J finds the heart. Half surprised he didn't burn it. Legalize Game Genie. I think that was held out reasonably so.
Now, I don't know if we missed it. Did Dr. J get the Triforce in 4? Because he saw the item, but I don't know if he picked up the Triforce.
He did pick up the Triforce.
Okay, so it is 5 Triforces on his side then. Got it.
This has to be a transport staircase. Because RedBird has already found both items in 8. He is just looking for a Triforce.
Yep, compass would be very nice to have at this point.
Level 5 is our biggest question mark right now. What is that item? We're down to half a heart. Darknuts do not want to cooperate and give him a fairy or anything.
And Dr. J is 1 room away from his Triforce in 7.
But no bombs!
Oh no! Oh no! That's
We'll
not
have to
good.
go hunting for those bombs to be able to get his Triforce.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
You do know that there's going to be a bomb dropper in every dungeon. That is part of the logic. And you can always leave the dungeon to respawn the rooms if you need the bomb droppers to respawn.
Quite true, quite true.
RedBird is on a hunt for his last piece of Triforce, with not a lot of health to spare.
And Dr. J did grab some bombs off those blue Lionels, so he'll head back into 7 to grab that Triforce.
And that is a very welcome sight of that compass. Now RedBird has a direction to head.
It's a very interesting path to have to get there with all of those empty holes in the map.
So far, so good. He does not have a lot of health to spare.
It's one room to go. Do I get a Goma block? No.
The easy room, especially with the wand. Timely clock game. An easy Triforce out of 8.
So, do you go to 5 or 4 for our Redbird since he doesn't know what's in 4, or do you go directly to 9?
I'm looking for that magical sword just because it's a guarantee. We're not talking about a 50% chance. We're not talking about a minimum chance. We're talking about it's 100%. And if all I got is 2 screens to look at...
Oh, looks like he's making the level 9 play.
And here's my other defense of that, and then I'll drop it. This is going to be a Wizrope dungeon. But here we go. RedBirdGrad enters level 9. 53 minutes. This is a scene where the Triforces came early and they came often. He had half of the puzzle put together by 16 minutes. We needed the items. We now still need the silvers. 2 shots for it to be here in 9.
Triton, we have chat saying we already heard a roar.
I have my speakers turned down a little bit, so I didn't get to hear that, but that's not quite what we want just yet.
No.
We want
It was in one of those
staircases.
early rooms.
Yeah, I feel like this is a great example of what difference having the book would be. Redbird bombed those walls, not knowing whether or not anything live on the other side. Having the atlas, you at least will get the chance to see, oh, there isn't even a room above me. So there's no point
quite
bombing
true.
that wall. Magic Boomerang is our first item in level
baby.
9. Good news is
One
that
more
it was
chance.
early.
Okay, let's see. What's the play?
Is he going back to 4?
Level 4.
Okay. So now
So-
there's 2 chances for it to be outside 9 from Redbird's perspective, and this is the shortest place it could be that's outside 9.
Yep, and we know it's the book. He does not. But it will still be a good pickup so we can get that map for 9.
Well, that's the other possibility from his perspective. He could get the silvers, he could get the book, which are 2 good possibilities out of here. And the red candle would be the whammy from his perspective. And I think he'll take that book a little begrudgingly. Not what you came here for, but since you're here.
I wouldn't pass it up, yeah. And Dr. J is about to find level 8.
So then I feel like Redbird's gonna head back to 5 since he kind of already committed to the play.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And it has the benefit of being right next to start.
True. So I guess, put your guesses in chat. Are we going to see the silvers in 5 or the red candle in 5?
I forgot this was a Wizrope dungeon.
Oh gosh, this room. I forgot about this room already.
No, we didn't have the white sword here last time. That's a major difference. But Redbird does not have a lot of health here either.
Yeah, quite true. Dr. J upped his offense by grabbing that white sword out of 8.
A little late in the going, but you're not going to turn it down. What a room to gain hearts in.
Yeah. Oh no. He got troll dongoed, and now he's out of bounds.
Dr. J has grabbed his recorder.
Now he's going to be on the hunt for that Triforce, and if he takes the same path, he'll find that compass and know exactly where to go, and then it'll just be level 6 left for him.
We've got the roar in, No, never mind, I'm sorry. Never mind. I don't know. It's late for me. Okay, it's midnight.
Yes. I think if we want a very close match, what we're going to hope for is Dr. J to get this Triforce out of 8 and get to 6 quickly. Redbird to dig 5 and not find the silvers and have to dig 9. And Dr. J to go to 9 and skip going to the other levels. That'd probably make it the easiest, closest match.
Now, Dr. J would need 2 more hearts to have a guaranteed magical sword, so I would not expect him to even really consider going to look for it. And that should be the transport that moves you towards compass. That was one of the strangest looking clips I've seen.
Ooh, a bomb
I take
upgrade?
It's a 4-pack. That is a very welcome sight for Redbird right now.
Yes, for sure. You never know how many bomb walls are going to be required in level 9.
Up your
Here's
chance.
the item.
Refill. Survey says the silvers! The gamble pays off for Redbird. He noped out a 9 after seeing the first item was the wood boomerang. He said the percentages are elsewhere. He did it. It's paid off. He comes back to 9 with the map, 4 more max bombs, and the silver arrows.
We are officially in go mode.
And this is not how I think he would go back to 9. What is...
It's only 2 screens away now.
Back to 9, but I'm not... Okay.
And Dr. J picked up his compass, only a couple of rooms away from that Triforce in 8. Oh wow, this level 9 map, there are no holes in the middle.
There are not. It's a nice easy room for Ganon fights. And here we go. First hits on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Down goes Ganon. And Dr. J has his Triforce out of 8. Will still need 6 to be able to enter 9. The hunt is on for a shutter door that automatically opens. The compass wouldn't stink either.
To say, when he walked into this room with the one shutter door, I thought that was her room for a minute there.
Checking the rooms adjacent to Ganon because, of course, they always could be Zelda.
Alright, not this one. Dr. J heads into 6.
Skipping fighting that room because the shutter door didn't open, so not that important. Check the
Oh no.
top wall first!
Ah, got the mugger room, had to pay a bomb. Good thing he found that bomb upgrade in level 5.
Yeah, it would have felt very bad to go down to 7 at this point. Not quite as bad when you're looking for Zelda, because obviously she has to be on the other side of a door. bow for Dr. J. Unfortunately for him, not going to be go mode. He's probably going to go straight to 9 once he has the trifle.
Yeah, because I believe the only things he doesn't know are the silvers in 5 and what's in 9.
So there, you're talking about 2 chances for 9, one outside of 9. He saw the book in 4, but intentionally did not get it, which is important to make note of because that doesn't really go on the tracker well. We are looking for this shutter door on RedBirdGrad's side. Dr. J is now 1 heart away from a guaranteed magical sword that I don't think he'll ever find.
Zelda, wherefore art thou?
Oh, I'm gonna guess right under the L.
Top left corner?
Right.
I'll guess the very bottom left corner.
So much for my guess.
I guess so much for my guess too. Bottom left corner was the magical boomerang.
Go up, then there's still a chance that Zelda's up there in those 2 rooms.
What a troll room!
Troll staircase.
Gotta love those. Dr. J grabs his compass, knows exactly where to go for that. Triforce in 6 now.
Redbird is out of bombs. He had to pay off the mugger, unfortunately, but... So, a lot of this to the right he hasn't explored, so it looks like...
Yeah, quite true.
These lower levels here are where we need to be.
Oh, I was waiting for that door to open.
A lot of times you can rule out 2 rooms at a time because there both has to be Zelda's room and a shutter door that leads to Zelda's room.
Another mugger!
I would have actually up-A'd out of that because he still loses 1 off the max now.
Yeah, we weren't too far from start.
It doesn't matter at this point.
And Jay grabbed his Triforce out of 6. Now where will he go?
He has 9's location. So yeah, full Triforce, he's gonna head to Campbell Row here and go to 9. Another staircase. There's no reason for Dr. J to do anything other than this.
True.
And he finds Ganon, can you bomb to the right? The Redbird tried that. But you can. How long is it gonna take to find Zelda?
Not here. Well, we found a room.
A possibility. But again, Redbird has a tremendous advantage here because the silvers are not in 9.
Yeah,
And-
that is quite true. We know that Dr. J would have to leave.
And look at how long it's taken Redbird to find the second item because he's trying these staircases for the transport. So this second item is not easy to find.
Maybe up from here? We haven't checked that area
time
yet.
to kill this. Time to kill this and go north. Too many rooms up there we've not been able to see yet. Dr. J has left. Looks like he's trying to farm for bombs. It's a weird thing with this 9 that these rooms are all connected, so it looks like we should be able to bomb, but we're really not finding many bomb walls here. Alright, so Dr. J was in this room, I believe. And I don't think he found out that it couldn't. Now we know that it can't be. And Redbird's probably hunting for compass as much as anything right now.
Yeah, that would also be very helpful.
That, of course, a room we know we don't have to fight. Key door is not Zelda by itself.
Nope, not here. Another dead end. We know we don't have to bomb Bright because she can't be in that room. Plus, we've already been there. That's that joke of a staircase.
Yeah, that map went by too fast for me to figure out where we haven't been yet. Dr. J's found the first item, that magic boomerang. Yes, a lot of runners will mark down that something was a transport staircase in 9, but not check the other side, so not necessarily know they're linked. And if you haven't figured out that, okay, this one matched up with that one, then now you may go back to it saying, alright, well, maybe that led to somewhere else I haven't yet to. This our door. It is!
It is! One way only.
I said under that hell it was one room south.
You did go one away. Everyone, get your GGs in chat for RedBirdGrad, the winner of tonight's match.
It was very well played. We have him hopping in here. RedBirdGrad is here. Play of the race was after seeing that boomerang, you left 9, you went item hunting, and you came back with a bomb upgrade, the Atlas, and of course, the silver arrows.
Yeah, that was a bad play turned good play, turned I didn't know where I was going in 9. It was fun. It was a fun seed until that madness.
Yeah, very, very good job, Redbird. Just for your knowledge, Dr. J is currently in 9. Unfortunately, did not find the silvers in 5, so he's on the silver hunt in 9.
Yeah, I had a feeling with the amount of whiz robes we had in 5 that they were tucked up in that top right-hand corner, and I got there the second time without bombs, and I'm like, I know they're past this wall. And I got so, like, frustrated that I didn't know if I was going to go back to the other levels, go back and dig the other one out of 9. I'm like, nope, let's just stay here. I feel like it's in 5, and ended up being there.
Now, unfortunately for Dr. J, he's in 9, searching for that second item, which, for all your exploration, I don't even think you saw it.
No, there's a right-handed staircase that was very near where she was, up in the top right, that I never took. That's probably the other item. But there's a couple question mark staircases I still have on mine that... I mean, 9 was a difficult 9 because everything was open, and you could go any way you wanted to. So,
as
like,
long as you didn't have to
backtracking
bomb
was
there.
difficult. What's that?
As long as you didn't have to bomb there, you could go there.
Yes, I know. I mean, but it was just like the stairways didn't really lead you much, give you any help. It was a weird 9.
Speaking of weird levels, how weird of a 7 was that?
That was the best 7 I've ever seen in my life.
People came in chat, they were confused that you had both the Triforce 7.
Well, all right, so my whole 7 thing just came from the Pentaforce tournament. It didn't make sense to dig 7 in that one, but in a tournament like this where you have to have an overworld item, and I got it so early on, and the combat was relatively easy, and things were quick. I was like, there's no reason not to be in 7.
Now, there is one thing I feel a little need to question, if you will. You had 100% chance at mag screens to look at.
I know, and I only had 6 or 7 overworld spots left to check. I almost did that. When I felt like I had to go back to 5 with the Wizrobe combat, I would have if I didn't get the White Sword out of 8. If I was still Wood Sword, I would have definitely made that play, but I was fine on White Sword. It's just that Wood Sword was a little difficult.
I think we were down to either Recorder's Spot or Power Bracelet near start.
Oh,
yeah, we
you saw
nearly full cleared the overworld.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it was a pretty good seed for combat. Mostly easy enemies.
It was. There's just a couple, pinch rooms that if you found them at the wrong time, it would have taken either a long time or many deaths to get through. But once you had the red ring and ladder out of 1, I'm like, that's a seed that's just begging to be blitzed through. I really should have with a couple better choices inside of 5 the first time through, because I fed the Dodongos my bombs like a fool. Like 6 bombs I lost inside that room. I think I could have got through it the very first time, and we probably could have sub-houred this seed, but because I didn't, we ended up having to look for more items than we needed to.
Well, Dr. J is now pretty close to finding the path to Zelda.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if we saw this room on Redbird side, because this could potentially be an item room.
Pull you up and see, I guess.
Chance saying skipping staircases. Bear in mind, he may have already been through the staircase. Because we aren't detailed tracking which staircases a runner has been in. They haven't.
I barely tracked my own staircases, to be fair.
Right under Zelda, you're actually off by a column there, chat. Zelda's under the L.
It'd be under the M on Dr. J's side because it's realm versus level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
far
sorry.
right. So that staircase that I didn't take, that right-hand staircase, is under the L, like 2 under the L. And I went north and west. If I'd have gone north and east, I would have found her 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, level 9 is always fun, just to determine what path do you take.
Yeah, it really is some of those, because Ganon was so early and the silvers were outside of 9. That 9 could have been, 10 rooms, 12 rooms, but you take one wrong turn, it leads you down a path.
Well, after your hiatus of rando playing, you won and got off to a 2-0 start.
Yeah, 2 really good opponents too. I mean, to put Rick and then Dr. J. Dr. J and I go way back. Like we've played a couple times. I know we played in the all boards no swords match that went for like 3 hours or something like that. But we've played a couple times and very, very strong competitors. So I'm fortunate to be 2-0 right now.
I think I remember watching that match. That was nuts.
Yeah, I try to forget it. That was a fun
Yeah, this is going to be a great tournament as well. I mean, you move into the 2-0 brackets, and there's going to be a lot of great runners up there.
Yeah, it's crazy because, even when we spun the 0-1 wheel this week, there's so many heavy hitters already in 0-1. Like, it's just a deep tournament. It's fun to see a lot of the names that came back. I mean, it felt like somebody said it was like 2019 all over again, 2017. I'm like, it really does feel that way because you got almost everybody here, which is really cool. Fun tournament. Glad they put it together.
All right, so here we are adjacent to Zelda's room. This is the path.
This is one of my last 2 pockets of rooms I had on my map, so I kind of knew when I started walking up this way again that it was there. I just kept looking for the dot done. I'm like, I'm in 9 I walked into 9. What time did I walk into 9?
Like 54 minutes, I want to say.
54:07 is my 8th triangle, so yeah, right at 54, 55 minutes. So that was a 16-minute 9.
Well, not
Including
completely
leading.
though, because you
Yeah.
dipped out. Yeah.
Including the dip, yeah.
And again, Dr. J is still looking for the second item here, which is very buried.
Yeah, I'm following him right now, and he's doing pretty much the same staircase as I did, so there's one that we're missing.
Yeah, I kind of
I
want to
never-
see his map and see what he hasn't covered yet.
Yeah, I want to see the room directly under the R, how to get there. It's either a staircase to get to that, or there's a bomb wall that I missed.
We didn't get to the one to the right of under E either, did we?
No, I think we were missing both those two. Yeah.
Yeah, those
so
that two
one a
pocket I'm
staircase
missing.
to the other, most likely. Staircase and then walk into the other.
So yes, RBG. Anybody you're hoping to pull in the next round of tourneys?
Is JSR 2-0?
I'm not sure. I will check.
JSR kicked my
I'm sure
butt
he
last time we
says.
did a tournament, and I want him to kick my butt again. But I want to race him. Him and Random, and just some of the people that helped me along my Z1 career. Like, I like racing people like that because they'll school me. Then what I do is I actually go back and watch how they did seeds, and then I actually learn that way. So it's good racing people who are better than you. So I like doing
So,
that.
chat, if you don't want spoilers, cover your ears. JSR did not win, so he's in the 1-1 brackets.
No.
Yeah, Panzer Dave won that match.
I want to race Dave then. Dave and I go way back too. That's great.
I said the first week that when we got to 1-1, that bracket was going to be something special. And I stand by that. This 1-1 is going to be something special.
Well, you got what? I know JSR and Lack are both in there. I mean, you're starting off with two of the best Z1 runners of all time. Yeah, I mean, there's so many cool people in here. I don't care who. I just want to play. It's guaranteed 5 weeks, and then let me bounce in week 6 and commentate a little bit. Just have some fun.
Yes, chat is saying RBG they want to see you versus Bogey at some point.
Oh, Bogey would be great too. Yeah. Is Bogey still doing that podcast that he started like a year and a half ago on Twitch too? I used to love listening to that thing.
I think it's been on hiatus for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Fury's a good one too. Yeah, I want to play Fury. I'm in chat now, so I can see.
Dr. J keeps retracing his steps at this point, trying to figure out what's left behind.
So
There is a bomb hole he found.
We finally found one in this dungeon.
Yeah, I haven't seen this room that's below here, so this is probably.
Nope. Nothing so far.
Compass. That was out there somewhere.
It's like the one hole, and I never went to that room. I never even tried it because I knew it could be her because there was no door on any side of this one.
Goodness, where is the second item?
It's got to be the under the R. I just don't know how to get there. That's my bet.
Looking like one staircase up there, and then the other is the item staircase. And then all that, it's not going to be a very good feeling when you see the red candle.
I mean, in logic,
For
because
sure.
the second item doesn't matter, could it be behind her?
Can anything be behind her?
I mean, if it's not required,
That's a good question.
yeah, I have to ask Fred that. Oh, he's got that covered. He has that spot covered up there.
Okay. Belletta says not in this seed because of where she is.
Yeah,
But that is a good question, though. I wonder if in
Yeah.
this flag set if it's possible.
right. Because if you got one item outside of 9 and 1 in, and
Oh,
the items
what
behind
do we
her,
have here?
you're never gonna find it.
Oh, here it is.
That's the
Oh no.
candle. Oh no. Is 5 the only one he's missing now? No, 4 also.
He's seen 4, but he passed on it. So yeah, just 5.
Yeah. You kind of knew the seed was free enough that Wizrobe combat was going to be required.
Yeah, that room was just nasty.
And it was 2 back-to-back, and the problem was if you died in the top one, you have to redo the other one because there were no traps or anything to save it.
Yeah, but at least now redigging it, he does have the white sword just like you did.
Yeah.
You know, a few more bombs, make it a little easier.
The white sword is such a huge difference, too, when you start fighting blue Wizrobes. You feel it, because, I mean, those things, I believe, rolled up. It felt like it was 6 white sword hits, but I wasn't really counting. I was just trying not to die.
Yeah, the first time you went...
You try and count in Z1.
No, come on. You know me.
Yeah, the first time you went through there with white sword, you got them in a really cool pattern where they were kind of stuck in those blocks, and you just wailed on them.
Yeah, that's the attempt. You try to get them phasing right to left because they're trying to land and then phase south, right? And they can't do it when they're in that block pattern right there. Like, he's got 2 of them right there doing it back and forth. But as soon as you go up on the half tile and push up against the block, it pulls them down. So you have to stay on the full tile to do it. And I kept losing it after a couple seconds.
Powered through.
RBG, there's a question for you in chat from Trails. How about those Dodongos?
I fed so many bombs or Dodongos bombs this entire seed. Here in 5, I did it. What other level did I do it? Like 3 or 4 in a row, and I just walked out of the room because I was so mad. It might have been 8.
Yeah, I can't remember which level, but there was one where you had 1 bomb left and got a little bit trolled and ended up with no bombs, which is kind of sad.
Well, that was a prayer bomb. He hadn't even turned left or right yet, and I was kind of just praying he turned left, and of course he went the other way. That was all my fault. You gotta let him turn first, but I didn't do it.
It's the good news for Jay is once he picks up these silvers, he already knows the path to get to Ganon and the path to get to Zelda. So it should be a pretty fast level 9 once he gets back in there.
Yeah, see this
He is
room
a
right
nearly
here.
fully mapped 9 at this point.
It's crazy because this is not the room, and this is the one it feels like it's supposed to be. And then your heart sinks when this is not it.
Womp, womp, womp.
It's such a bummer. And then you need the bomb in the tea room here. And if you don't save one like I did, luckily there was a bomb south. There's a bomb pack that dropped south. If not, I was going to have to go out and buy bombs, and I was down to like 16 rupees. Okay, he's trying to get some more bombs to figure it out.
Got a key. This was a nice seed for giving you the early utility items with that red ring. Well, not as much the red ring, but the
Magic key, the white
Really?
sword, or sorry, the wooden sword.
Yeah, 2 is in a weird spot on the coast, depending on the routing. I don't know how fast he got to 2 as well. But if you would have saved that for the end, there weren't that many keys early on besides that any key that I felt. I feel like it was really a good find, huge find.
Yeah, he was actually in 2 and had the key before you did.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, it kind of led you to go that way because you want to do the coast. Anytime you start on the east side, you want to do the coast, but I've seen people leave that away too. And my clipping ability today was god-awful.
You're just rusty from being away for a while. You'll get it back.
I hope so. I tried a vertical clip for maybe a half hour on that one. Kept getting hit by the bubble. I had this exact same problem.
Now this ladder clip not being friendly right now.
now and again he's doing this to get the silver arrows to be able to complete the run. By the way, chat, some nice people if you want to throw follows out there. And especially thanks to Alan Heffley for doing our tracking this evening.
Yeah, great job, Alan. Couldn't have done it without you.
And thank you both for taking your night to call the race. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for putting on a good race for us to call.
And there's his staircase. Does he bomb it? Does he?
I was going to say, bomb it, burn it.
He's just gonna
Nope.
take no memes.
You know what's funny? Every room I kept going in this 5 on the top, though, I had this sinking feeling that maybe the staircase was blocked by something on the bottom part of 5 that I forgot about. And I was going up there for no reason. And finally it's on the staircase, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Good recorder now. Was wondering where he was heading.
Probably 8. 8's right around the corner from 9.
Ferry. Sure, why not?
Ooh. Good idea to fill up on the ferry, too, before heading to 9.
Yeah.
Although he does have that red potion available, so...
It should be a pretty quick 9 for him at this point because he's already seen everything.
Yeah, just a circular 9. It was really weird.
And here we go. So an extremely quick cannon. And plenty of health to do this fight with. Redbird, you like to practice cannon. Do you ever even practice this room at this point?
Yeah, for just the vanilla, though. Just to get the timing down. But this is a great room that... Like, you can do the NSU room and stuff like that to practice. This is a great room here just to... Don't swing your sword at all. And just follow his pattern. Just track him. Like, get that tracking down. Usually I'm not doing combat in here. It's more just making sure my eyes are where he's going. Picked him up pretty well the last couple races.
At least it was a very nice room to fight Ganon, not a double river room.
Yeah, the Double River's tough.
There we go. Dr. J's got his hit in. Triforce of Power recovered, and now it is just the trek to Zelda. How well is your map filled out for that part?
I don't even know if it's a straight shot because I did it so haphazardly. No, you gotta take a stair.
Oh, we found another bomb wall. Where were all these earlier? Does he have a walking path up?
Close.
Yes, he does. And here we go. Dr. J has finished this off. Zelda is rescued. The day is saved. GG's, chat.
Yes, way to go, Dr. J. Everybody get your GGs in chat for Dr. J. Finishing the race off. Great job.
Now, of course, there's plenty more randomizer fun to be had this week. Let's see. Tomorrow night, you got Bogey and Sputosaurus. You got Warpath Potato Pony, Slamu Homer. That's just what you got on tap for tomorrow night. Dr. J. The Jeopardy theme. How appropriate did that feel tonight?
Well, especially with the whole concept of having to go through that Wizrow block in 5. It's just like, can we not game? No, you can't. You can't not.
GGJ.
GG.
Well, I'll be honest, it's late for me, and I'm not thinking the best, but you made a reasonable play to go to 9. The math made sense, but of course the math betrayed you.
Yeah, the game tends to do that, and like you were saying, the math added up for me. I had a 2/3 chance of the item of silvers being in 9, and then I was thinking, wait, did I miss any progression items to guarantee it was going to be in 9? I didn't. It's like, what are the odds? Apparently, those were the odds.
I think the biggest thing that surprised me, though, was passing up the book before you went into 8 and 9.
Yeah, I already had the wand, so I didn't want to nerf it. I mean, last time I didn't get the book because of the chance I was going to get the wand. This time I already had it, and it was my main offense till I found the white sword in 8. So it's just like, I'd rather not, if that's the what we're looking at.
Well, then I'll ask Redbird, you got any final thoughts tonight?
It's always fun going up against Dr. J. I mean, we were talking before. We've raced a couple times now, and both kind of trolley seeds. The first one in the No Swords tournament that took forever, and then this one here. So it's fun racing you, man.
Yeah, it's really fun racing you, especially that was the 4-hour seed for the swordless, right?
Brutal. I tried to block that from my memory.
I think we all are.
For Restream just gave up on us.
Yeah, don't blame them.
Yeah.
Sometimes it unfortunately doesn't work out too well. Dr. J, any final thoughts tonight?
I pretty much already said it. That sometimes you play the odds and they don't come up in your favor. But yeah, Redbird's a really good player too, and you got to be on top of your game to beat him.
Appreciate it, man.
Well, chat, thank you all for spending part of your day with us. We're already in tomorrow, at least on the East Coast. Yeah, the real time zone.
Hey.
Thank you, Jess, for co-commenting with me tonight, and Alan Heffley for doing the tracking. We're gonna say goodnight, and have fun and stuff out there.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Trenton. It was a ton of fun. Sorry for my internet dropping out a bit at the end, but had a great time. For that, SpeedGaming Family Networks, good night.